Welcome back. Final round, back nine, women's lead card, end of a course. Get excited. It's a tight race. We just had a leader change. Paige is ahead by a stroke right now over Catrina Allen. Eveliina and Jennifer Allen both within 3 strokes behind that. Get excited. And we get to watch. I'm Madison Walker.
I'm Lisa Fajkus. And thanks for joining us.
This coverage is presented by Disc and PDGA. And we appreciate Jomez coming out bright and early with us every morning. During this Las Vegas challenge, we can see Jessica Weiss made a little bit of a jump as well, and Vanessa Van Dyken hot on the tail of the lead card as well.
Nice, here we go. Hole 10 is a big one. Par 4, 741 feet.
OB sidewalk all the way down the right-hand side.
Yep.
It definitely comes into play, that OB bunker as well, and the green to the left of the basket. No trouble on the left-hand side of the fairway, so that is the safe play, is to just pop it out left as far as you can and set yourself up for your approach.
Off the tee, we're looking at seeing a bunch of Anheisers. Paige does a nice one, but not too much, because if you get too much, you might pull it OB. Her shot comes back perfectly to the middle.
Way down the fairway.
Yeah. Textbook.
Jen's hair looks really nice today.
It does. She's rocking
it. Love the curls.
Oh my gosh, that's so fast.
That is a rip.
You just tell there's so much speed on that disc.
Can't tell how far down she got, but I'm guessing it's pretty far.
Yeah. She didn't like it right away, a little lower.
Doesn't give it as much height as she wants on her disc. She's really good at controlling angles, and it was the perfect angle if it had about 10 or 15 feet more in height. Eveliina does the same thing. Puts it low, but she gets a worm burner and adds another 50 or 60 feet onto her drive.
Yep.
Catrina working the full flight, taking a big risk.
No way. That disc has been coming back like really good for her. I'm surprised on that.
That surprises me as well. Eveliina looking like she tried to release a hyzer, but she's getting every bit of this distance, flexing it out and getting right under the pin.
Eveliina likes these kind of straight laser kind of shots. And
that is so impressive that she got there in 2 shots.
No, it's super good.
Wow.
Like a really nice straight Anheuser, but she gets so much air under it, kind of like Paige's right now, that it just like keeps going so straight for her.
I'm still registering the fact that she just threw back-to-back 370
like
foot
with
shots.
ease.
Yeah,
like with so much accuracy.
Yeah, that is so impressive.
It's super high level.
Jen gets over on it, hoping for the flash skip to keep her in.
I can't tell. Okay, that's OB. Dang it.
Really? Oh, maybe over the edge of that.
Yeah, there might be a line, kind of like a rope.
I did not know there was a line, but Jen would find a line deep of the basket.
Yeah, if anyone would, it would be Jen.
Paige looking for a long jump putt.
She's being aggressive today. It pays off.
Yes, love the SloMez.
Oh my gosh. I love it. Maybe it's the wind being low. Maybe she's feeling it. I don't know.
Well, I know in an interview, a post-round interview she did yesterday, she was regretful of that she wasn't, good run. She wasn't aggressive enough on the putting green, and she told herself she wanted to be more aggressive in the final round.
Okay.
So I think we get to see just that.
Well, yeah.
Wow.
That was a lovely putt.
Nice bogey save from Catrina. Looks like she's around circle's edge. Jen's so close on that bogey save.
Yeah, she gave it a really nice run.
Eveliina.
Hello, tap in for the birdie. That's awesome.
That's my favorite hole of the round so far. That's unbelievable. Going from a wide open hole to a super technical par 3 downhill 369. There's OB on the left where that grass is. There's OB deep on a sidewalk and OB to the right on that exact same sidewalk, but it doesn't really come into play unless you really yank an Annie over. The green and the fairway are really fast and skippy, so if you keep it low and slide it up to the basket, I think it's a really good play.
Definitely. It's playing as the second easiest hole today. You gotta...
Even though there's a lot of like bushes and marshy area you can get in, it's still pretty easy to scramble to the pin.
It's easy to scramble, but it's also kind of not hard to lose control of your drive a little bit. I saw that happen a few times or during the round, in the second round. But these players are doing a good job here controlling their shot so far.
Eveliina throws the hyzer shot.
Beautiful little turn right there.
Did you see many?
Wow, look at that flight. Oh, so gorgeous.
That was beautiful. Did you see many women take the hyzer line like Eveliina just did? I did
no.
not either.
Nope, none. And here we go again.
Yeah, I was about to. Wow, this is crazy.
On cue. That needs to hurry, though. Where's that going?
Katrina's like, hey, watch this.
Yeah.
She'll be on the right-hand side of the fairway. It's going to be tricky to get to the basket from there, but she'll definitely have a layup.
Yeah, that was a lot better than I thought. I thought it was like going to OB land.
Eveliina easy up and down.
A little jump putt here from Paige, being aggressive today. Feeling it from... Boom.
Oh, that was all the way in. Got a last little nub.
She got those, like, that ring on the bottom there.
I feel like the nubs on these baskets are taller than normal nubs. I saw so many people get nubbed.
She was just inches away from being in, though.
Definitely. Huge birdie from Jen. That's so impressive.
What a drive.
How many birdies did we have today on that hole?
33% of the field got a birdie.
4 birdies.
So that's 4 of the ladies, including yourself, Jennifer Allen.
Oh, I did birdie this hole too.
Sarah Hokum, and Paige Pierce. Good job, ladies. Everyone else managed a par. Not bad.
Yeah, it's tough to bogey this one unless you go out of bounds. It's hard to find.
And the wind was more friendly today, so...
Very friendly. Hole
helps.
12, 396 feet. Plays about that. All these tee boxes on the right-hand side are not out of bounds. There is an out-of-bounds bunker over this hill to the left side of the camera screen. It definitely comes into play if you hyzer out over the top of that hill. Other than that, and there's a green just beyond that bunker as well. But you would have to accidentally float it pretty high and hyzery. Jen not doing that, keeping it super linear, putting a lot of pop on it, and really getting all the way up to the green.
Wow. That was impressive.
She's inside the circle.
Just having that tree in the way is going to be a bit of a stretch out on her putt. Paige is going for the same line.
Really relying on the stability of the disc, popping it out straight.
Dang. Just a little shorter.
Giving herself a putt as well. A long jump putts. We'll probably get to see her be aggressive on that.
And here we go. 3 for 3. Eveliina gets it, again, nice and high in the air. I love her height. Leaves it just a bit short, probably just outside of circle 2-ish.
But far enough past the bunker where it does not come into play.
Yeah, and it's like a downhill look, so it should be no problems, hopefully.
Katrina working the flight a little more than I'd be comfortable with.
Flirting with the right side OB, but not too bad.
Not bad at all. She'll have a jump putt as well.
Circle 2. It's a fun-looking putt.
This is a good separator hole. You do have to have a monster arm to get all the way down here and give yourself a putt.
Oh, that was a really good run. From this angle, it almost looked like it was in.
Eveliina downhill putt.
Another good run.
You can tell these ladies are a little bit gun shy with these fast greens.
Layup.
Yeah, they're a little gun shy. I mean, if you clank, you will roll, and if you have too much spin on your disc, it will slide away.
And you will bogey.
Jen
good run there. Jen put herself in a really good position.
She wanted that.
Yeah, just chained out hard on the left side.
Jen told me after the round today that she missed a bunch of 15-footers. But she didn't say that they were actually 25-footers.
No.
That's a little tougher.
92% of the field got a par on this hole. There were no birdies. Moving on to hole 13. The famous ace hole.
Yes, Paul Macbeth ace hole. This is such a weird hole. You straight off the tee is a very sharp, steep hill that you have to throw over, so it forces you to throw your disc with a nose up.
Yeah, and you're an OB. If you don't make it over the cart path, you stay in OB.
Just right at the top of the hill.
Drop zone, which is super tough.
Yeah, the drop zone's not fun.
Unfortunately, I know.
No, you didn't. You didn't. I didn't see anyone throw from that drop zone. But those sticky trees.
But for real, that drop zone is tough if you have to play from there because you're still super far back. And then that bunker right before the basket, it's like...
You have to go past it.
It's like you don't even want to go for it.
Yeah.
Like you lay up and then you... Yeah.
So then you have a really long putt over a bunker.
It's basically a double penalty.
Yep.
It's like you're looking at a 5. Mm-hmm. So, wow. Don't make that mistake.
Paige and Jen both do the same thing. Pop a hyzer out. Yeah. There is an OB line over to the left side of the fairway that can come into play if you put it too high. But these ladies seem to remember that, and they're putting it pretty straight.
Yeah. Wow, a lot of distance there.
Yeah, Eveliina will have a jump putt. That's a pretty mean basket placement. So close to that bunker.
That's perfect.
That is perfect.
Get the skip.
Wow.
Oh, and don't... Okay, there you go. You got to putt at it.
Oh my gosh, that's such a great drive.
Yeah, it is.
Her drives carry so far.
I really like the angle, like not too high, not too low, and she put a lot of power on it.
Hyzer flipped to super straight. That was very impressive. Jen running for a birdie.
I'd like to see Jen jump putt. That was nice.
Eveliina trying to get her a birdie as well.
Little stepper.
Conservative run.
This is a tough one to be like aggressive on.
Surprising to see Catrina jump putting there. I feel like I rarely see her jump putting.
Yeah.
She can confidently stand still putt from around 40 feet, 50 feet. I don't see her jump putting as much.
Sometimes just
very occasionally.
Yeah. Just whatever you feel. Like sometimes it's weird. Like I'll just kind of jump without thinking about it too.
Yeah.
You know, so.
Just let your body follow through.
A little bit, yeah.
Moving on to hole 14. This is a par 4, but it is a 4.5. This is a tough par 4. Almost 800 feet. It's a tough tee shot for the ladies because we definitely have a little bit of a narrower landing zone. Sort of. It's sort of like a piece of pizza and you're driving towards the crust. You want to try to throw a hyzer, but you don't want it to skip too much. Jen is making me a little bit nervous with hers because if it skips at all, it can move over to that sidewalk on the left. But she gets it far enough down that the sidewalk does not come into play. That was a crush.
Mm-hmm. Big time.
There's an OB sidewalk on the right as well. You do not want to flip your disc over.
Way more conservative throw there. Nice and flat.
Keeps it low, too.
Yeah, go ahead.
We're going to see Eveliina really trying to bite some off on this fairway. She knows that she can birdie this hole, and she's one of the few that can.
Yeah, these big arm players, you can see that they're sizing up, like you said, what they can bite off on these big holes because that's their strength, and that's how they're going to kind of separate themselves from the pack. Mm-hmm. And that's what we're seeing right here. Huge hyzer bombs. Nice little hyzer flip right there. I mean, like, just top talent distance. And Paige, it seems like she's taken some off her drive to play conservative.
Yeah, that green could come into play on the second shot, and it seems like maybe she's trying not to make sure to get full distance.
Yeah,
and
kind of leaves herself an awkward tree approach there with that little tree right there in her lineup. But
Eveliina doing something similar.
See, like you're saying, kind of that comes into play all the way down this fairway, hyzering out on the left side.
It surprises me that they weren't going for it a little bit more.
Yeah.
I would have thought something more like this. Katrina's kind of dumping it out to the left.
Oh my gosh, is that going to stop? Yeah. So yeah,
there's space over there.
You have to be like semi-aggressive, and that's a good shot.
Jen looks like she's going for it.
Yeah.
Wow. You can really, as long as you have spin on it, you can cross that green no problem.
Yeah, definitely. It's a fast green.
She's a little short, just outside circle 1, uphill putt. The basket's on a mound. It is a super death putt from all angles.
Beautiful.
Eveliina wants to take her par and get out of there. Paige, like you said, tricky up against that tree, but she makes it look easy.
Yeah, perfect. Stop. Yep.
Catrina gets tangled up in that last tree before the basket. Makes for a really tough knee putt. Oh, yeah. Trust me, I know. Jen lays up. Surprising.
Yeah.
It's a scary putt.
It's definitely like a good layup putt. Wow.
Super awesome putt.
Whoa.
You could tell her body wanted to follow through when she was able to fight it. Wow, that was a great knee putt. Eveliina for bogey.
Yep. So here we go. Paige tapping in.
Takes her par and moves on.
She has a 3-stroke lead over Catrina.
Just one hole at a time. She kind of sneaks away.
4-stroke lead over Jen.
Moving on to hole 15. It's a par 3, really tough to get to. 459 feet with OB sidewalk on the left and right. If you hyzer out, you're kind of playing with the sidewalk before it bends away from the rest of the fairway. If you turn it over, there's a sidewalk that you can definitely get to. It's good to throw something straight here. Unless you're one of the big arm players, you can maybe flex one out on Annie and hope it comes back to the right, leaving you a jump putt. But most people are going to keep it low like Jen just did. Subconsciously, you don't want to throw it super high because that's how you get into trouble.
Jen was pretty upset with that throw. It's hard to be aggressive. I find this to be one of my harder holes.
It's a tough tee shot. Paige takes the way more aggressive line and gets caught up in a bush on the right side of the fairway.
There you go. It's hard to, it's so touchy. You want to get way down there. That one hyzers out just a little bit. But
yeah, she kind of floats one out there and doesn't try to bite off too much. You can see that if you get a flare skip, that sidewalk really does come into play. Oh, flippier than I thought.
Yeah, me too. I thought that was going to take a left turn.
Me
but
too.
It actually turns out to be
carried and hyzered out.
Less fade, yeah. That's awesome.
Still pretty far from the pin, and these are the top distance throwers in the land. So this is a tough one to get to. That's an understatement. Jan gets tangled up in that last tree. She'll still have kind of a tester putt. The basket's down in a bowl, so it makes it a little less scary.
Little tester there. Paige left it short. That was a really tough upshot with low ceiling. Good run there.
No playing around here. She's parked on her approach.
Nice and close.
Eveliina has a jump putt run at it. Love to see her go for it.
A little from high to low putt here from Paige. Oh, heart of the chains.
Oh, nerves of steel.
Yeah, there we go.
In the hunt for a national tour win, and she just is canning 28-footers, 30-footers.
Yeah, that was amazing. These putts are all...
That's the 15-footer she was talking about.
These are tough putts, very touchy.
They do a lot of this on this course where you're putting down at the basket. I feel like I have had more putts down at a basket than ever this weekend.
That came out a little high, but still good. So Paige is maintaining a 3-stroke lead with 3 holes to go. And, yeah.
Jennifer and Eveliina 2 strokes behind Catrina. Moving on to a really tough tee shot again, hole 16.
Yeah, we're OB as we're flying over. Right here, we have to cross that cart path to get in that fairway. OB green, OB water.
Basket's on a mound.
Yep. You know what I'm saying.
It's another Annie shot off the tee, which is, we're used to throwing hyzers nonstop on these golf courses, and then all of a sudden we're having to rip 2 Annies back to back.
And it's the trick is like, how much Annie do you put on it? Paige is right in the middle. She took a little distance off. possibly, but
Trying to play
not
safe.
a lot. She got way down there still.
She sure did. Even if you flip one over and you go way on the right side of the fairway, it's still gettable from over there. The par is still super gettable.
That's about an almost perfect shot there again from Catrina. Just a slight turn on her disc, and then it fades back a little bit at the end. Eveliina, not as much turn, but
super
just
aggressive.
Kidding. That disc is really turny. That's awesome. That'll be safe.
She throws it straight left.
Being behind that tree is a really bad spot to be. You don't have a run up there. Jen, lots of power there.
Gets way down the fairway.
Mm-hmm. No run up here. Awkward.
That's such a
But,
impressive standstill
yeah,
shot.
it's a fun opportunity to show off her standstill.
She'll be able to save a par from there, but it makes the third shot very tough.
Yeah.
Little breathing exercise.
Yeah, nice big breath there. And Paige is sizing this one up. Just wants to cross that green.
She decides to put it over to the left, which is a little bit of a scary thing to do with that sidewalk right there. But she's very comfortable with the distance and trusts that her disc sits down.
Right. Yeah, she's playing for the par there, it looked like. And Catrina wants to be a little bit more aggressive.
She's looking for a birdie.
She needs that strokes. And she's going right at it, leaving herself just about 25 feet uphill.
Right in the fringe on the edge of the green, which is safe.
Not by much, but she is safe.
She sure is. Jen's going for it, too. She wants this birdie.
Oh, wow, that's all over it. Just a little bit too straight at it. Hyzers out.
Gets caught by the tree.
Slightly deathy coming back. She's going to have a nice fun putt there. She's feeling it, so I have a feeling she can make that one for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
That needs to stick.
Oh, no.
Yeah, dang it. It almost did. And it needs to come back now. It might.
It's close. I can't quite tell. Oh, out of bounds. I don't love the baskets on the mounds just because that just was unlucky. Paige leaves herself a tester.
That's a popular opinion for sure. Eveliina, that's a nice uphill approach and slightly off.
Yeah, she seems to monkey paw a bit to the right. Cat for birdie.
Cat's got the pendulum swing down.
She sure does.
From the knees.
Love working the straddle putt uphill.
And from the feet. There you go.
Nice SloMez. Great birdie.
Super good. And Paige has a little bit left. Oof. Stop.
Oh, no.
Right there.
That was for her par.
Yeah, it was. So here's a bogey chance. Nails it.
That brings the margin down.
That was a tester, too. I mean, if she missed by a couple inches, it could have got a roll away. A lot of stuff could have happened right there.
Jen to save birdie.
Oh, my gosh. Speaking of rollaways, and then with Paige taking a bogey, Cat taking a birdie, that margin has cut all the way down to one stroke, guys, with a couple holes left.
That was a very unfortunate roll away.
She stays safe, though, and she's... Oh, man. She's maybe not as much confidence as she has been having the rest of the day because she's been nailing those putts.
Double bogey from Eveliina. That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Surprising from her. It's definitely some putting woes.
It's tough.
Some bad luck rolls.
Yeah, it's tough to have this kind of mistake late in the round. Ugh. This hole's getting them.
Oh, Jen, so sad. From birdie to bogey so quickly. And moving into the final two holes.
Yeah, big hole 17.
I love this hole. It's 457 feet, but I feel like it plays so much less than that. If you get a hold of your disc and work the full flight, you can definitely get yourself a putt. There's OB sidewalk on the left and trees on the right-hand side that are not fun to tango with, but not out of bounds. No bunkers, no greens to worry about, just trying to keep it in the fairway.
So, yeah, the pressure's on here. These players need to get really good distance up the fairway so there's no problem on the upshot.
Catrina definitely does that. She'll have a jump putt.
Yep. Paige is looking to do the same shot there.
She's got her focus face on.
Totally. Little squinty eyes.
There's no wind. That was definitely all focus.
Okay.
Oh, she tangles up in those right trees.
Yeah, that's a tough spot to be. She's going to have a tricky up. Beautiful hair.
It's so shiny. She gets all of that.
Man. Great release. Look at that perfect angle. Jeez.
That disc is so beefy. What is that?
Jen, comment below.
I feel like if I had to guess, an X-Cal maybe?
Could be. There's so many like choices.
She ripped it on Annie and it still came out. Oh,
okay,
no.
that disc needs to turn like it's been doing. But she puts so much air under it, it just fades out.
She really trusts that Anheuser shot. She's used it repeatedly.
Eveliina, what's that green disc you're doing?
Comment below. If I had to guess, a G-Star Shrike maybe?
Yeah,
or
maybe that. Maybe,
I
mean, there's so many choices. It could be like a Vulcan. It could be like a Mystere.
Well, I know she loves Shrike, so
yeah,
I feel
it could
like maybe
totally be
it's
a G-Star Shrike, but it just didn't look very G-Star-y.
No, it
you know,
didn't.
you can kind of see the. But who knows?
Maybe
we're curious.
Yeah, some sort of beach Shrike. And she likes the champion Shrikes a lot.
She throws heavyweights too. I doubt it was like a lightweight.
No, definitely.
Yeah. Long approach.
Playing it safe.
Yeah, conservative.
Eveliina.
Ooh, climbs in.
Barely bogey. Snuck it in the bucket.
I was going to say it if you didn't. There we go.
Par save.
She really did.
She did. Par save from Paige, holding on to her lead.
All right.
No birdies on the day from the ladies' field. That surprises me a little bit, but it is a long hole.
Yeah.
Totally. And then we move into...
Last hole. This is really an iconic hole here.
Very obviously the hardest hole on the course.
So much water, so much OB, a little tiny green that we land on right here that we're flying over.
Such a narrow fairway.
Lumpy, like putting green as well.
This feels like the hardest hole and statistically is the hardest hole of the day.
Yeah, no doubt.
It's sort of a weird tee shot. You're throwing at OB water and wanting it to hyzer out, but not too much because there's an OB sidewalk on the left. Katrina uses the height of the disc perfectly, lands it really softly.
Almost everyone is going to lay up like that. Kind of take a wider hyzer, takes them off your disc. Just be in that safe landing zone. I think
Paige gets a lot of action.
I think only one player I know of actually
went for it.
Yeah, runs at it. I think.
Really?
Yeah.
I haven't watched anybody, but that would be impressive.
Yeah. There you go, textbook right there. So much height. She knows it's not going to go too far.
Ooh, that. Oh my gosh, so much action.
A little roll. Just a little one. Eveliina.
This is another pizza slice landing zone, but this time we're throwing from the crust. Gets narrower and narrower as you go.
I love that description.
Trying to really paint the picture out here. Everyone's safe.
These players didn't really flirt with that OB line too much. They played it nice and like extra safe. So now super aggressive time. However, Eveliina left herself so far back that it's a little bit extra difficult, and she finds the OB. She wanted to be a little bit more aggressive off her drive.
I think she early releases a little bit. She was probably looking to hyzer it a little bit more.
And that's a big pull. I mean, it might play longer than it looks, maybe.
Definitely.
Paige does an awesome job staying center cut, not even giving a doubt about going OB.
Really trusting that disc, ripping it on Annie.
Like, super good. Okay, so Kat has to go for this. And she has to put it close because she's one stroke behind, and she's doing her signature hyzer flip way wide.
Airing it out big time.
Oh, my gosh. Land shark, and she is a good 60 short.
A land shark. 60 short, but with a putt and safe. Jen
looking for the hyzer skip.
Ripping it up there.
Hello.
Down in the bowl, she'll have an easy putt for 3. That's so impressive.
We love it.
Eveliina playing from where she last crossed out of bounds.
Oh, man. She just needed to hang out a little bit more to the right side, but actually went so straight. I thought that was going to hyzer more.
Me too. The basket in the bowl helps kind of stop some of the disc.
Yeah, I thought it was a fast driver, but it was actually a mid-range.
Whoa. That was such a weird little skip from Paige's approach.
Yeah, like a little anti-backward skip.
Yeah, leaving a kind of a tester.
Okay.
What a 3 that would have been.
Yeah, she was going for that one for sure.
This is Paige for par and for
the win. Right? Oh my gosh. Okay, well, that was definitely a tester. So,
oh my,
that's a tough one.
So Kat has a tap in for par.
A lot of pressure on this last hole. So now if Catrina, once she taps in her putt, she will
It'll be a tie.
getting the birdie. And yeah, getting a stroke back, tying Paige up. If Paige taps this in, no problem. We're going to be going to a
Like we're going to have a
playoff,
tiebreaker.
unless someone from the second card jumped up.
Paige is not happy. That was such a mug face.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah.
Mean mug. Mean mug.
Muggies. Mugs.
And right into the playoff we go to hole 1.
Yeah. So we got Kat, we got Paige, and we have hole 1 here.
I feel like we know Catrina has a slight advantage in distance on this hole 1. She can maybe get herself a putt. We know Paige can get there as well.
Okay. So this is crazy. That was a lot of strokes to make up in a short time.
It sure was.
And it happened like in an instant.
Yeah.
It was really crazy. Paige
to see.
seemed like she had so much control there.
She sure did.
So
Great to see Kat and Paige going back and forth like this.
No doubt. Yeah, the competition is super close, super heated.
Woo!
And what a rip. Oh my goodness.
She goes aggressive.
It's a cool little second camera. We're watching Kat's reaction there.
Next up,
Gives the applause. Oh my gosh, what a rip.
That was crush.
Paige is heated about missing that putt. She took
She's
that
fired
energy. No doubt she took that energy to the tee pad. No doubt. She is like so focused. And
This is sudden death. It's all on the line right now.
Katrina's taking that momentum, that late momentum, and trying to, honestly, like, she knows she has to get close. She saw what Paige did. She doesn't get as close as Paige.
She doesn't.
She kind of hyzers out early, but that's kind of a typical landing zone. So uphill, 55, 60 away.
Paige biting her nails like normal. Kind of a soft run.
A little soft run, but maybe she was, just trying to get it close there.
So we're going outside the circle. Paige seems to be lining it up. We've been watching her be aggressive all day on the putting green.
Sudden death playoff. Here we go. High to
This is
low
a good
to high. Just outside the circle.
Oh man!
Little jumper straight uphill. Wow, what a huge birdie.
What a finish! She's been doing it all day. Look at her. The classic Paige head in hands. Oh, what a finish!
Oh man,
How many jumpers did she hit today? I mean, that had to have been number 5 of the day.
that was awesome. So many jumpers, so much confidence.
Love the Paige waves.
Awesome, really fun to watch. A real
Super.
champion, Paige. Just congratulations on your first NT win.
That is amazing.
Oh, and we get the sweet SloMez. Here we go.
From Worlds to an NT. Where is she going next?
Oh my gosh.
She runs it in already. She knows
She
it.
knew as soon as it left her hand. Oh, what a good feeling.
so what'd you throw off the tee on the first hole of the playoff right there?
An Opto Ballista Pro.
Okay, so did you, like, what were you thinking with the wind? How was the wind and conditions? I mean, or what was your brain at with the
Right. So there's a left to right wind and there's OB on the right, and I have like a flippier Ballista Pro that goes a little further, and then that one a little bit more stable. I contemplated, but the wind just kind of scared me a little bit, so I just disked up, and I knew if I put a lot of ante on it because it's so overstable, I trusted it to come back. So
Okay.
the release point was pretty good too.
And so you see that after that, Kat just lays up, and you're how far out would you say? I know you said, is this outside?
Right, like 35, like barely outside.
And you didn't really take much time. So what was the situation there? What were you feeling?
I don't know, like I knew I wanted to run it because I got so close, and I just, like, I don't know, my jump putts have felt good all day, so I just trusted it and tried not to overthink too much, so just kind of went for it.
Well, that was quite a thrilling finish. So congratulations on securing the first National Tour win of the year. Congrats.
And my first one ever. Oh, that's so crazy.
That's awesome. It was great to watch. Congrats.
Thank you so much.
Super fun to watch.
So awesome.
I love how she said she didn't think about it too much. That's the way to do it. Way to
let her
play in
body
the
take
moment,
over.
Paige.
Yeah,
Awesome
let her-
win.
Yes.
Way to
super
come back and
excited to
take
see
it.
this.
Awesome playing, Catrina.
Yeah, way to battle back and forth. Vanessa jumps up from the second card
Yeah,
to
shout
third
out to
place.
Vanessa. She shot 1,000 rated last
Wow.
round. That was awesome.
Probably, I think, one of her best finishes at a national tour. So good to see her up in the top 4. Exiting around with that Canada Goose with Paige in the background. Thank you guys for tuning in.
This was the 2019 LVC Finals.
We hope you guys enjoyed the ladies' coverage. I know I enjoyed watching it.
Thank you, Jomez. Thank you, Innova Champion Dis.
Thanks to the PDGA. Thank you, UDIS, for the
And the
awesome
TD,
stats.
Jeff Jacqua.
And we will see you guys in 2020.